Joke's on you, Gene, man. I'm hammered before we start, and I never tried anything.
He's hammered and ready to be nailed.
And now we play the music. There it is.
See, now you're definitely trying too hard. It's not one witty thing and then an intro.
Cue that beautiful intro music.
It's like a conversation that I pull 30 seconds out of. It's like a 5-minute conversation where I pull 30 seconds out of context.
I know how podcasts work, Gene, man. I've been part of a very successful one.
I've been in over 34 episodes of
30 over 30 podcast meters.
I've been listened to about 1,000 times, Gene.
About
You don't
1,000
explain
times.
God.
1,000. There are 1,000.
Explain it to me, motherfucker.
There are like 2,000 ears that have heard us. Our sweet, glorious sound.
No, I usually listen to it with only one ear pod in.
Oh.
I think most people do, so it's okay to be wrong, JB, but that's what you are, is wrong.
It's okay to be wrong, but to make yourself sound like such a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that's like the one thing that I can't fucking stand about you.
But what if some of them were spiders? Spiders have like 8 ears.
You're so stupid.
And now, cue the music.
Here's something. The never accurate, sometimes funny podcast by your 3 favorite Dingus boys. Myself, Josh, and my good pals Jeremy and Mitch. Damn that upside down, I love you.
That's alright.
That's alright.
It was so bad.
Crying.
Anyway, boys, here's something.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the PS Now service?
No.
PS is short for PlayStation. Does that clarify it?
Yes. What's now short for?
New Overwatch weightlifting.
I can't stand all this fucking Silicon Valley tech speak.
Me neither. I hate it.
Let's cut
It's
the
almost as
bullshit.
if somebody's making it up on the spot and it's terrible.
This leet speech needs to stop.
Yeah, man.
Late speech.
Lead speech.
Bring back free speech. Am I right, Hong Kong? So anyway, the PlayStation Now service is like it's a game streaming service offered by Sony PlayStation. It's sort of like Games Pass equivalent, if you're familiar with that from the Xbox people.
Yes.
But they've had this going around for a while, but it was pretty pricey at like $20 a month.
Damn.
And the library was kind of small, but like over the last year or so, they've really built it up. There's like 800 games total, and they just announced a price cut to $10 a month.
Was it like old games or like new games or like?
It's a mix. You can actually get some pretty recent PS4 games. Like they just added the latest God of War on there, which is a huge fucking deal to be able to play that for $10.
I've been super into playing the NES games on Switch lately. That's like all I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these span all the way back to like some PlayStation 2.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was just playing like Ape Escape 2 earlier this afternoon.
Pepsi Man?
Nice.
No, not that. No.
It doesn't have Pepsi Man?
No, like most of these services, like you're going to see a lot of first party stuff.
Oh.
Like, you know, where they have to get like licensing and stuff involved is kind of where it falls flat. But I mean, still 800 games for like $10 a month. And it gives you the differentiating factor between this and like the Xbox Game Pass and the Nintendo one, I guess, too. Is you get the option for most of the games anyway to either stream it or download it. Or you could, I guess, stream it and play it while it's downloading, but I really wouldn't recommend that because then you're going to start getting some input lag and frame drop and shit like that.
So when you stream it, are you like playing it on their server and just...
Yeah, you're playing it remotely and just transferring your inputs.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. It's kind of like the best of both worlds. It's like Google Stadia and Xbox Game Pass rolled into one.
Yeah, that's smart.
And you could do it from PC and stuff too. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But it's not a huge topic, but I just thought it's crazy the way the market's going right now. Everybody's really pushing for services.
Well,
It's kind of crazy. Like that... Oh, go ahead, Mitch. Sorry.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm
going to continue talking.
Oh.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's cheaper than a Netflix subscription, really.
Yeah.
And I really don't have another point. I just was going to keep moving my mouth because neither one of you boys wanted to.
I love it when you move your mouth.
No diggity.
I forgot what I was going to say. So
I didn't, cool. But I'm not going to fucking say it just out of spite. Fuck you. Next topic.
JB, let me ask you something then.
What?
Can you shut the fuck up so Mitch can talk? Go ahead, Mitch.
Thank Christ. I was going to say, it's crazy how, like 6 months ago, all these services were being announced. and now all the prices are being cut, and like there are more benefits to subscribing to them, which it's like a very, very palpable. It's very palpable evidence that like the market is leveling out in terms of this sort of service.
That's basically what I was going to say. It's like chaos right now. And it's just kind of settling, you know?
Yeah. Which is very cool. It's very cool to see. Yeah.
And consumers are really getting the best of it. I mean, like $10 a month. Think of it for like $20 a month. If you subscribe to both Game Pass and PS Now, you could pretty much play like a shit ton of fucking games and just be content. And the edge that the Games Pass thing has over it is that they release games day and date. Like Gears of War 5 was available on the Game Pass the day it was released.
Yeah.
So you're playing a brand new game for like $10 a month with other games.
I remember like fucking when was the Xbox One released? Like 2 years ago?
3 or 4.
Like just before that, people were complaining that PlayStation had internet connectivity built into it. Xbox did not, and now Xbox, you buy Xbox Live or whatever the version was of it, and you get the Game Pass as well. So for all the same price, you get the entire fucking package. Man.
What? I mean, don't you have to pay
I was thrown off. When was the Xbox never connected to the internet?
Oh my god, before the Xbox One, Xbox 360 was not automatically connected. You had to buy Xbox Live.
Yeah.
For their like online services. I mean, if you still want to play games online, you still have to subscribe to those things. PlayStation has one too now.
All of them do now.
Yeah, it's called the PlayStation Plus. Yeah, pretty much all of them. Even the Nintendo Switch, you pay like $20 for a year for basic online multiplayer.
It's included with Prime right now. Amazon Prime.
But whereas Xbox, like back in the day for the 360, you were basically just paying like server fees. Did I say Xbox? Yeah. Okay, when PlayStation had to start pushing out a subscription for it, because they used to do it for free on the PS3. Mm-hmm. But when they pushed out the subscription, they were like, okay, people are going to be pissed. Here's a couple games for free every month. Yeah. And that forced Xbox to have to do the same thing, so... Again, like this back and forth is really just benefiting the consumers more and more. Like there's a ton of value to be had in these services right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think they charge a bit much. I don't know.
$10 a month, JB?
They do, but I mean, look at the data you're streaming. It's not like you're streaming a movie, especially if you're downloading these things. You're talking about doing a 60 gig download like every other day.
That's true.
I cannot imagine there's like any profit on this.
It's
right? It's gotta be like minimal.
It's... When you look at, okay, if you're just looking at overall sales of Gears of War, probably not. But since it's a first-party thing, it behooves more people to get into the Microsoft ecosystem. So you get them playing this. They're spending money on other things. They're buying the DLCs that they weren't going to spend because they didn't spend any money initially. Stuff like that. Right. It's a lot of fringe spending.
Fringe market.
So, but it brings people in. And when you bring someone into a subscription model, they tend to stay, is one thing, too.
Yeah, so, usually because they forget. So you'll have a couple months where they're paying a subscription fee for something that they just forget to unsubscribe from.
Or like what I did with Humble Monthly, I was like, I'll like next month's bundle, and then I never did for 8 months.
I heard that changed now. That's more expensive, and you get
less games. I was gonna do that as a topic, but it's not. It's not much to talk about. Any fucking article about it is just advertising the new model.
It's a caveat. Let's not talk about it. Cut that out.
Suck it, IGN.
Cut all that out. Please.
Yeah. No, don't leave it in.
So this is when we come back in.
All right. But speaking of these game subscription models, I'm not hearing a whole lot of chatter about the Google Stadia, which made like a very strong initial showing, and it's just kind of been like either radio silent or repeating the same information. So
because that's out now, right?
I've seen ads
very soon.
I've seen ads.
Man, I've heard more about Apple Arcade than I have about Stadia. Like. Ever, just in general. People are talking about Apple Arcade more than they ever did about Stadia.
Even those like Google Stadia Founders Edition controllers, there's going to be some like hitches with what they initially promised. Like, unless you're running a Google Chrome Ultra browser, you're not going to be able to do the wireless thing that they said. Like, you're still going to have to plug in a USB-C cable to this guy.
Right. So they did what No Man's Sky did and fucking lied so that people would buy into their service.
I mean, if you want to go in technicalities, this isn't the actual launch of the thing. This is the soft launch for the Founders Edition. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you're paying like $120 like beta testing fee, I guess.
Yeah, but it gets you in, and you get the controller.
Right, and eventually, like you won't even need the controller.
Yeah. I also think you need to bring on a friend or something. That's part of the thing. I don't remember.
Not sure.
We talked about it in one of the episodes. Just go back and listen. It's episode 63.
And then
Yeah, in
edit
the
that to the
future.
right number.
Yeah, add the right number right there.
69.
Yeah.
And the weirdest part is that like they're still marketing this thing as sort of like a Netflix a game type thing, like PS Now and all that, but really it's just a digital marketplace and like it's a way to stream your games.
It's such a letdown.
Which is great. That's
I don't know.
I don't think they need to market it as
If-
the Netflix for games.
If it lives up to what they're saying, like they got to have latency down.
Mhm.
There has to be like little to no input lag, and then they could be running these games higher than what a high end PC could do. You know, like
Yeah. But you'd
90
also,
frames per second, like streaming to your TV. Because I mean, they could run it at higher than that. They're running these things off like beefy fucking server farms.
yeah.
But it's really just depends on what your internet speed can hold up to.
Yeah.
And like max game settings, ray tracing. You don't have to go out and buy a new graphics card if you want to see what ray tracing looks like in a video game. And
Is it going to be 4K stuff like that?
That's what they're promising eventually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Initially, I'm not sure it'll be pushing 4K, but they said they are making it happen. So
I don't know.
if it lives up to those things, I could see it becoming a very promising thing. But I mean, like you said, it's just another digital marketplace, and if it flops, what are the
You lose
are
everything.
they going to give you Steam keys to those games that you spent money on?
No. They're
Probably
gonna write
not.
it in the shit that I mean, you're done. You're done
Yeah,
fucked
there's
up,
probably
kid.
there's some EULA you're going to have to agree to, saying
Yeah.
like if they decide to cut it out tomorrow, you just lose those
Yeah,
licenses.
I mean, that happened with Amazon Video. Like, there was some show that they were selling on there, and people bought it, and then they lost their license, and you just couldn't watch it anymore.
Even if you downloaded it or something.
Maybe if you downloaded it, you had it, but if you were trying to stream it, you couldn't anymore because they lost their license.
Because I know these things kind of happen. Like they did like a Ninja Turtle Turtles in Time remake for the PS3 or something, like a while back. And then that company lost a license, so they removed it from the storefront. But the only way you could get it is if you had previously purchased it, went back into like the your purchase history, and re-downloaded it from there. Like it was still a pain in the ass, but you still had access to it.
You just couldn't see it from the store.
Right.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. But I mean, there have been situations where people have bought stuff, and then that company lost rights to it, and they just couldn't see it anymore. So there's situations where it's happened before, and they put
that's fucking
something in
dumb.
there.
They need to at least give you some sort of way to like I said, with movies it's different. Like give them a voodoo key or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's the only one I've ever heard of. I don't know, but because that's what kept me from buying stuff on through that. Just because I was worried about that. I think it was
Yeah,
Amazon Prime.
It's crazy because you look at these larger companies like Amazon and Google, and you think, well, they got the money to keep these things going, but no,
Yeah.
they're even more like once bitten, twice shy about these sorts of things.
It's
They're
in
willing to cut and run a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Because they're not so small that they rely on this thing. They're like, they don't need this to take off so that they can survive. They've got other money coming in. If this isn't making the money, they'll just fucking cut and run.
Yeah. Just like, well, fuck it. We're done. They put the money in their pockets, and then they ran.
They ran so far away.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of things that fit in your pocket, JB, I appreciate this segue setup.
Yeah, here's something. So Analog is making the Analog Pocket, which might be the perfect portable video game system, according to this
Might
article.
It just might be.
So this
I
thing's
would
gonna...
love to hear about this advertised product.
Yes, insert advertisement. Okay, cool.
Do you like sleeping on mattresses? What come out of boxes and whatnot? Try Lisa Mattress with this promo code. Here's something 54382XGBA underscore 95.
With code 3boys, they're best friends and good at talking.
You get 20% increase on all shipments.
And you pay a lot more to support us, the boys, in the
And
code.
we receive zero money. Don't go to Lisa.
Support us.
Please, Lisa sucks shit and we hate her.
Now we're on the Casper mattress. Hi. Do you want like the mattresses that still come out the box?
Yes.
So,
Oh, okay.
so the Analog Pocket arrives vacuum sealed, and you cut it open, and it expands from the air. And
I thought you were being serious for a
No,
second.
no.
Like, why are you talking about the packaging?
No, I'm joking. So it's a handheld device.
It comes in a box the size of a mini fridge. It's just all peanuts.
It's a Game Boy Color.
It's a Game Boy Color with a big screen, and it has the same buttons, and they look good. And
the screen looks like one of those like super defined, like sharp crystal
yes
displays, right?
It's a soul crystal. It has your soul. Um,
God, JB's such a fucking nerd.
Thank you.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, I can't believe that. It's not interesting to me at all.
You
The specs
just
of
figured
this
out
thing
how
are.
fucking much of a nerd I am. Seriously.
It's a liquid crystal display.
Yes. But it's not gonna make your stuff wet. I mean, it might if you're into that. But no,
God,
it plays.
he's such a nerd.
it plays Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games out of the box, natively
You mean
without emulation.
Okay, so when you say out of the box, it means there's a physical card slot
Yes.
that you could, like, if you happen to have these old cartridges, you can slot into.
They call it a card slut, but yeah, it's a card slot.
Go ahead,
yeah.
Mitch.
Did you have something, Mitch?
What?
I thought you were going to lampoon him for saying card slot.
Yeah, it's okay.
No.
But you can get you can get adapters for it that allow you to do other cartridges like Game Gear, Neo Geo Pocket, Atari Lynx, and other games too.
All right, we haven't hit on this yet, but
Yes.
give me the price.
It's $199, which is a bit pricey.
For $199, they better include those freaking adapters, my dude.
Well, hopefully, maybe they will. I don't know. I haven't read this thing. I mean, I was
I will
supposed
say,
to.
they probably won't. I do like the sleek aesthetic they're going.
It looks
for
really
with the-
nice, right? I like
It's
the
very
white,
sharp
but it'll get
looking
dirty
product.
because my hands are so crusty.
Yeah, my
you
hands
like
are very
to dig in-
greasy.
You do like to dig in any pile of shit you find, like, on side the street.
Yeah.
I've had to slap JB's hands from, like, anytime he sees a dog mound, he'll just, like, reach his
Yeah.
fingers in there. You can't help it.
We live in an African
This-
safari, so I'm always elbow deep in elephant
shit.
dung. Yeah.
This device looks
Yes.
extremely breakable.
Really? I find the construction looks to be pretty solid.
That- depends on the polymers.
That screen's gonna crack, baby.
No, they make screens so tough now with the Gorilla Glass and all that stuff.
Yeah,
you
I'm not
think?
worried about the construction.
It's 3.5 inch, 1600 by 1440 LCD display. That's pretty badass.
6,000 metric tons. This boy'll never fail.
That's 10 times the resolution of the original Game Boy, which, I mean, that's not
8.21 gigawatts.
Yeah, it's not a great way to. It also has a dock that's sold separately, which adds HDMI out and Bluetooth wired controller support. So you can play it on your big screen at home.
So it turns it into a Nintendo Switch.
It turns it into
guess
a
so.
computer where you can emulate games.
What's a computer?
Hey, kid!
No, it literally does. It turns it into a Nintendo Switch, which is pretty badass.
Yeah.
Maybe on board. I hate that it's sold separately, but
Yeah. I mean, it depends how much it is. It's like $20, okay. But judging
the-
by like their aesthetically pleasing route, it's gonna be
no,
like $60.
it's like $60.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does this sucker have an SD card slot for
It
emulating?
does have an SD card slot, but it won't have emulating or emulators natively. So someone will have to crack it or something.
Way to just talk through that burp, JB.
They leave the door wide open. They're just
Yeah.
like, well, if somebody does this, there's nothing we can do.
It does have an SD slot. It also has like a sequencer and like you can make music on it for all you music nerds.
Nobody's gonna use that.
I was thinking of using it
Some fucking second-rate
Okay, one
DJ and
guy's gonna use it.
because I love
Nevada's
those,
going to use
those
it. trust
pocket
me.
operators that you can make music with. I love those things.
Pocket
So,
operators are very cool. This
yeah,
is
that's
not
pretty
that.
fun. Oh, okay.
Are those
Sorry.
miniature guys from Rainbow Six Siege?
Yes. It has a synthesizer and a sequencer for making digital music, and a second FPGA. Its packing is designed to be used specifically for development. So,
If I could backtrack to the Pocket Operators joke,
Yes.
I'd like to replace the one I made with another one.
okay,
Pocket Operator sounds like a Pokemon spin-off of the Tom Clancy Rainbow Six Siege series. Where you battle out your
choose
operators
you.
by catching them in balls.
I choose you, Doc.
Doc.
So yeah, I mean, it looks really sweet. Like I love like that black one looks so good.
I'm gonna clip that and put that everywhere.
Oh my god. Why?
That black one looks so good. It's just
The
gonna become the new
Oh
catchphrase.
my god, have mercy. That's the code open. But yeah, I still have all my old Game Boy games and my Game Boy Advance games, so I'm pretty excited about this. So yeah, I'm interested.
I mean, are you? How do I want to phrase this? Are you actually going to play through them again, or are
I
you
don't
going to
know.
buy this and like guilt yourself into playing them because you spent the money on this thing?
See, the problem is, so the Switch is very similar to this. Is the problem because it's such a
Right.
It's a thing I can move. I can take around with me all the time.
And it's only $100 more, and it plays much higher game quality
yeah.
games.
If this was like $60, I'd buy it.
Yeah, this is too much. This is a boutique item, and
Mm.
the problem with it is like, unless they overproduce, it's only going to increase in value. So if
Yeah.
you want to wait out on a sale, it's just never going to happen
We should
because
just
they're going to
make
make a
our
limited
own.
run.
The Here's Something Pocket coming to you November 2020. $60. It's just a blue jean Levi pocket with buttons, and you can play your games on it.
I guess I just don't understand who the customer is in this. Like,
it's nostalgia seeking.
There's an entire.
Let me finish, because anybody who cares enough about playing their old games already has a Rainbow Pi, already has a Raspberry Pi setup. Probably whatever emulated thing they want to do.
Well, and then let me say what I was gonna say is there's an entire fucking corner of the market that's just hipsters that are into retro games that they may or may not have played as a kid.
Yeah,
when
I was watching the video, they talked about retro gaming a lot.
Yeah, or people who have never played video games at all, but like the idea of like a part of their personality being, I played this video game as a kid.
That's kind of
like weird. That is a huge part of like the mobile gaming market and like this sort of like gimmicky handheld console.
Do you think people really feel that way, Mitch?
Yes.
So like my personality is what games I played as a kid?
Yes, absolutely. I live in Seattle, JB. That's like most of the population.
It made me vomit a little bit.
Yeah,
okay.
Man. It's nuts.
That's wild. Okay, but whatever you want, whatever you like, folks, you do it. You do.
Yeah,
you,
I'm not here to shit on like what you like, right?
Yeah.
Same.
But I'm just saying like that is a huge part of the market. That's what the audience is.
But, it's just
it's not
30
us.
to 40 people with disposable income.
Yeah, it's not us.
Who don't have the time to build emulators and stuff. It's fine. I would like one of these things. It looks sleek. Would I ever mess with it? Probably not.
There's
like
14
I would
photos.
get it, play with it for 2 days, and then that'd be it. Same with like my PlayStation Classic and my Super Nintendo Classic and the Genesis Mini that I'm gonna eventually buy.
Well, let's just say it's a great idea. It's just too expensive.
And there is no like library of 200 plus games that I would play on this thing ever. There's like not enough time I would put into it to justify a $100 purchase, let alone a $200 purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, doesn't the Game Boy Advance play Game Boy and Game Boy Color games?
Yeah. So you can pick up like a Game Boy SP, which is the clamshell one.
I still have my Game Boy Advance. So
actually, I have a Game Boy. I have a DS that plays all three of those plus DS games.
Yeah, I think I just
like
have
there's and you can get a Nintendo DS for like $60 now.
Yeah, wow. Okay, well, I'm sorry for choosing this topic, guys.
No, JB, I hate that every time you choose something really cool, we end up shitting on it. But like, I don't know.
It's really us talking ourselves out of buying one.
Yeah,
is what it is.
Yeah, it's not for me. It's like this is really fucking cool.
Here's something not to buy. That's the new title of our podcast.
Because there was that other company announced that little crank handheld game with a screen much like this. It was yellow.
Yeah,
it had
I saw
3
that.
or 4 buttons, and they had a bunch of indie developers on board. But the thing was going to cost like $150.
Yeah.
Well, and they have that iPhone case that turns your phone into a Game Boy, quote unquote, and it's like
I've seen those. Yeah,
$250. Like
not that cool.
Yeah.
Well, does that thing run the emulation? What the hell?
No, there's like an app for it that you can connect to, and you basically just like download retro games.
Yeah, but then you still got to jailbreak your iPhone.
Yep.
Fuck that.
Yeah, there's it's a very, very strange corner of the market, like specifically handheld retro gaming.
Welcome to the strange corner of the market.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah. Oh, you know it'd be even better for this thing if it comes with like all those like weird ass Game Boy attachments, like that huge magnifying glass.
I still have one of those. I have one of those for my pocket.
The camera.
I had a leather case that went around it.
Give me that Game Boy camera.
The camera with the printer.
Yeah, baby.
God, kids these days will never know the pain of trying to play like your OG like big brick Game Boy on a car ride at night. Like only being able to see as the street lights pass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was before backlit screen gaming, my boys.
That's when you had to get the big light things that you had to plug into it.
Yeah, but the problem with those is when it was dark. When it was dark, all it did was glare the screen out.
Yeah,
so
much glare. So much glare.
I love reminiscing about the bad times with you boys.
The fucking big magnifier glass thing. That's so funny because I definitely
that added like 10 pounds. I had one.
It was so heavy. I would drop it on my face because I would fall asleep while playing it.
My favorite part is that like, your parents are excited to get you that. Then they realize they're spending like an extra $80 a month on fucking batteries. Yeah, and like the Game Boy took what 6 or 8 AA's.
I don't remember. Mine was.
I want to say it was 6. And then that magnifying glass with the built-in lights took another 4.
Yeah, it was like another 4 AA's.
Yeah. And it only lasted for like 3 hours.
It didn't last long.
Yeah, oh, the good old days.
I don't know if I still have my Game Boy Pocket. I'm gonna take a look. I know I have the Advanced.
I get super like, man, I went through those times and I still get like super aggravated when I have to change batteries and stuff for my kids. Like, why can't I just plug this into the wall? I'm already paying electricity.
You're a character in King of the Hill, is what you are.
Whoa!
Oh boy.
I showed Kim the Hank Hill Butterfree thing today.
I need to watch that.
I'm okay,
Butterfree, I
Dad.
choose you.
I haven't watched that.
Dang old dang Charizard, man, gonna big on flamethrower, man. You gonna hit him right in the butthole.
Mm.
He just fucking annihilates Butterfree in a sea of flames.
I'm okay, Dad.
Whoa, Butterfree.
I'm okay, Dad.
Yeah, he flips the Butterfree over. It's fucking Bobby Hill's face.
Oh god.
I'm okay, Dad.
I'm about to watch that.
I feel like we just hit the whole thing.
That's fine. I'll forget about it by then.
We gave you the meat. All that's left is the bones. Yeah. Speaking of bones, Mitchell.
Hey, quick segue.
Segue.
Quick segue though into the segue. I gotta pee again.
Oh, here's something, boys. Mitch has to pee.
Speaking of bones, Mitch is gonna go hold his towards the toilet.
Yep.
Right?
Hopefully it's not a bone because then it feels weird when you pee.
I gotta go fart into the toilet. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
I'm back, boys.
Hey, welcome back.
Are we ready?
Yeah, always.
Are we ready for the Space Jam?
All right, so you want to cut it back in right now? Okay. Yes, we're ready.
Do something.
Someone just let out a tiny fart?
No,
Yeah,
that was a snap.
I thought it was just your butt cheeks.
It was to let me know when the cut was gonna happen, but I guess it's useless now.
Okay,
Here's something.
do
JB is
one.
losing his hearing.
Yes. What?
Bone, the comic series is getting a Netflix adaptation.
Oh.
Is that based off Brendan Fraser's hit movie Monkeybone? Judging by your laughter, you could tell this is a super serious question and demands a super serious answer.
No, it's not.
Oh. Wow. Why are we even talking about this then?
Click, click, click.
Yeah.
You're right. Next topic.
Everyone's leaving the podcast. Hurry up. Say something funny.
Penis. Politics.
Politics. Politics.
Burganga.
Politic penis.
Bazinga.
Oh, no.
Gotta bleep that one out.
We
Sorry.
can't keep doing that.
We can't keep doing that. We're paying so much money to the Big Bang Theory on TBS for royalties.
To young Sheldon.
It costs us
Specifically.
$500 per buh and then $200,000 per Zynga.
Now, good job. You just cost us $350.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You can't talk about it without charging.
Alright, so now is a good time to talk about our Patreon where you can donate $500.
Our Bazinga fund. Fuck!
Can I talk, please?
Yeah, sure.
Did you guys ever read the Bone comics?
No. Tell me more about it.
Next fucking topic, I guess. Why the fuck did I even bring it?
Talk about it.
What is it? Is that like is it based off of some sort of movie about a man who goes into a coma and like his caricature helps him reunite with his wife or some shit? Starring Brendan Fraser and Chris Kattan.
That's the last one I'm gonna give you.
Bazinga.
Why?
Because I own Bazinga on this podcast, motherfucker.
I'm gonna lose
It's not
my
you.
fucking house over this shit.
Fuck you both. So anyway, Bone is a long running comic series. I don't know the author's name. He doesn't get credit this episode, but
Timothy Bone.
B. Fraser.
It's pretty good. It's about this little very simple
Bone.
This little
character.
Bone.
Yeah, this very simple character named Bone, and he goes on all sorts of adventures in this crazy, wacky world. And it's very good. It's a lot like you boys probably haven't read this either. It's a lot like The Goon.
Oh, The Goon.
Yeah.
The Goonies?
You haven't read it, have you? Yeah, I got you. All right.
This thing sold 8 million copies.
Yeah, it's very, very popular.
Alder Mitchell.
Add one to it.
It's like very, very dry humor, interspersed with like actually really motivated and immersive storytelling.
I like that.
Yeah, it's really good. And it's getting a Netflix adaptation. They have no news on who's directing or writing it yet. I imagine the comic book writer.
Is it live action or is it animated?
No, it's animated. Luckily, I know they're probably not going to go 2D animated, which is what I would like. But
they're gonna go 3D.
I think so.
4D.
Yeah.
Probably a quicker turnaround on that.
Yeah.
They had real balls. They go 12D.
But they've got some pretty sweet 3D animation techniques these days that could make it look 2D.
Well, and if you look at this comic book's art style, I think it could lend itself well to either medium.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Cool.
think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be, I don't know if they're gonna follow the comic books at all, or if they're gonna write a new story. But either way, I'm very excited.
Are they making it a series, or are they just kind of doing like a one-off extra long episode?
They're doing a series. Luckily, it's gonna be an animated series.
Nice.
Which I think will help, because the story structure is very serial in the comic books, and the way the characters interact and the way that it feels natural, the way they're written is because of that serial nature of it.
Yeah,
that's great because I love cereal.
Yeah, man.
I knew someone was gonna make the joke.
Captain
I
Crunch
was
peanut
hoping it
butter. I was
wasn't
waiting
me.
for it.
When is this slated to come out? Do you know?
No.
Okay.
Cool. I
Thank
look
you.
forward to that.
It's
Thank
coming
you,
out.
though.
It's coming out
It's
tomorrow.
like it's very. I think the property just got picked up by Netflix. I don't think
Okay,
they have any.
so they just
yeah,
signed the contracts.
Yeah, which is still very exciting because the writer of the series is still very motivated to be involved with it. I know Netflix is always fucking waiting to get their greasy little hands on any property they can get.
I just realized what the comic bone is. It's the epitome of a hero's journey tale. I didn't know.
They're gonna hide a bonus, little sneak peek footage in Henry Cavill's beard in the Witcher series coming up.
That's crazy. You can see it already.
Yeah, keep your eyes out for that Easter egg.
And
We're
if you
also
subscribe now, to PS Now, you can get it in 4K. You can see those trailers in 4K and Henry Cavill's beard in the the Netflix series The Witcher with Henry Cavill.
We also we had
PlayStation Now, is that owned by Sony?
Oh God, why are we here?
Yeah, man. Speaking of, good segue. Sony. Here's something.
Yes.
I love going twice in a row. I do this to myself though. Sony is looking to cast Shriek in Venom 2.
I keep reading that as Shrek, and it sounds
Do
way
you
better.
boys-
Me too. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Do you boys?
Michael Myers is on board.
Do you boys know why this is exciting?
Shriek is the female Venom symbiote, right?
Kind of, but not really. Why she's important in the Marvel universe is because she's Carnage's love interest. I guess the human underneath Carnage's love interest. Which means they're going to try to connect Carnage into the Venom film.
I would like to see Carnage. That would be cool.
Well,
Dude,
they hinted it. They Woody Harrelson has already been cast as what is his name? Cassidy?
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Something
and
he was in the Stinger scene at the end of Venom.
I didn't watch Venom, so I don't know.
They've been teasing it forever. The problem being, Carnage is an extremely dark character.
Yeah,
It's-
super dark.
Carnage is literally made of blood and viscera, and he
Mhm.
turns people into the same. He is not fit for a PG-13 movie. So I'm wondering if they're trying to connect it for a spin-off movie. I'm wondering if they're going to try to make it into Carnage versus Venom, which was an old '90s run of comics, which is really good.
It's gotta be. I mean, Venom doesn't have Spider-Man to play off of in this universe, so
They're trying to negotiate Tom Holland's crossover with Venom, which would fit in. Marvel has always been a very, very PG-13 friendly. If not,
well, you say that they own the Deadpool franchise and they let that one come out as rated R.
did you hear they're doing a third one of those? Fucking kill me.
I'm fucking sure they are. Those things make a lot of money.
Yeah, it's all about the money.
Also, I don't know if we touched on it, but the Spider-Man MCU deal went through again.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now they've agreed to one more movie, and gun to my head, I'd have to say they're going to try and write him out of the MCU in this one, and they're going to try and maybe connect. Well, because they're just going to keep putting themselves in this situation with Disney if they don't. So they need to find a graceful way to step out of it. If they'd have just ended on the second one, that'd have been a fucking 180.
Yeah.
But now they have a chance to write him out of that universe,
and
maybe introduce Tom Holland and build their own Spider-Verse.
I don't know. I think it's a good situation for both companies. I feel like when they break, it won't.
It is, but from our perspective, sure. But from their perspective, no, because both of them want to 100% own what's going on.
Yeah, I know. They're greedy, grubby hands.
They very fucking much are.
Anyway,
But,
for
yeah.
now, for now, they're trying to at least expand the universe a little bit.
That's cool. I need to watch Venom. Is it really good?
It's fine.
Oh.
It's decent.
It's a lot of fun. It's fun more than anything.
It's as good as it can be without being tied to Spider-Man in any sort of way.
Oh.
Well, and it's I think it's kind of fun that they're trying to build. Right now, they're trying to build a franchise around a villain rather than around a hero, which is how that sort of.
Well, he's more of an anti-hero, really.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not. Venom
guess-
does become the good guy in that movie.
In the first movie, yes, but that's
You could
always
think
how
of it.
Venom. That's always how Venom has gone. Like,
Yeah.
in,
You can think of an anti-hero as a villain, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No? Am I wrong? with that?
Not really. He's more like just chaotic good. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah.
He does the right
play
thing,
the
but he-
Dungeons and Dragons. I know. What you're
But
talking
I
about.
don't know. I'm hopeful for it.
Yeah.
Carnage is one of my favorite
Yeah,
like, MCU
Carnage
characters.
is cool.
Like
one of the
his
most
first-
interesting comic book characters ever.
Yeah, his first scene in the comic books when they introduced him, the first thing he did was like hold a guard up by his head and snap his neck in front of another guard.
With one hand,
Yes.
hand, which is badass.
And he kissed him and tipped him a 20.
He's
Yeah.
like, he's all the all of the evil parts of Venom in one character. Both human and symbiote characters, like all the worst parts of either or. What I really like about Carnage and Venom as properties is that they don't have solid canon.
Snake.
They don't have solid Snake canon. And so like any new run of the story is just what that character is for the time being. You can make those characters anything, and that's like why Tom Hardy's version was sort of refreshing. It's like a new Venom has never been an anti-hero sort of figure ever.
What?
In the comics,
Yeah, that was kind of Venom's thing after he separated.
I guess
I feel like after Carnage was bore off of him, that's when he turned to more being a good guy. Because Eddie Brock
maybe
learned
that's
to control him.
But like in terms of his comics origin, that's pretty late in his run.
Yeah, I guess he was touted as being a villain at first, but I feel like it had more to do with just Brock and him not working together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was driven by wanting to get back with the superior host, which he saw with Spider-Man, but he never was motivated by like mass destruction and all that stuff for the sake of
No, it wasn't
killing.
chaos.
Yeah.
It was to get back
He just
at him.
wanted to reunite with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like those long running arcs always turn into Eddie Brock giving into the symbiotes. Always. Like
I guess. I
and
don't
like it's like it may have a long run as him like fighting against it and trying to be a good person, but like the Venom as a character is Spider-Man's nemesis.
Yeah, but again, I think it's nemesis, not so much like good versus evil.
Mhm.
I think it's just more of like a sibling rivalry.
Either that or mutually assured destruction, which is also
Because
very cool.
even Eddie Brock had like some sort of like inferiority complex to Peter Parker, and that's kind of what fueled their symbiosis to begin with. That's why he was able to latch on to Venom.
As evidenced in Spider-Man 3 the movie. We saw that a little bit. He was a bad photographer, Eddie Brock was.
Yes.
Even prayed to God.
And it made...
I don't know where I was going with that.
Sandman was in that one.
Yes, he is.
Oh man, I don't know. I do love the Venom lore and the symbiotes.
Mhm.
I like how
Whatever.
Peter Parker becomes a smooth guy.
I like how they fucking split up. Dude, did you ever see Anti-Venom? That dude's color
Oh,
scheme is
yes!
sick.
You're
The
just
white on
making
black?
You're just
Or the
making
Yeah,
black
shit
on,
up.
yeah.
No,
yeah.
yeah, black on white.
Yeah, super fucking cool. And like, have you read the most recent run of Carnage, Absolute Carnage?
Mm-mm.
It's so much fun. I think it's from one of the writers of one of the Deadpool runs, and so it's a little tongue in cheek. Like they know it's not gonna become a total canon, but
Right.
it's just a lot of fun. And like right now, a lot of the writers are playing with, like the abilities of Carnage and Venom rather than the
Mhm.
story behind them.
Hmm.
And so
And
I
that's-
don't know. I think it could be fun.
Pretty cool.
That's the thing too. Like the Venom in the movie, I felt like was more of based off of Ultimate Carnage.
Mhm.
Because he doesn't really swing in the movie. He's more of like he's closer to Hulk. He gets around by like throwing himself everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't mimic Spider-Man's move because well in the movie it wouldn't make sense because he doesn't know who Spider-Man is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I never really cared for that. Like I always loved like the Spider-Man Carnage. You know what I mean? I mean Venom.
Either way, I'm very excited to see what they do. Live action Carnage is something that I never knew I'd be this excited for. And also Shriek is a very fucking cool character, so that'll be cool to see.
She's the one with like the long yellow tendril hair, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
anyway, boys, I hear it's time for everybody's favorite segment.
I
Oh.
suppose it is.
Yes, it now. It's time for Review Crew. I'm waiting for someone to edit it now.
It's time for Review Crew.
Review Crew, where each week we deploy carnage to find us the greatest
It's time for
reviews from
Review
deep
Crew.
within the bowels of Amazon for Brendan Fraser's Monkeybone, motherfuckers.
That improv at the end, JB. Good job.
Read it through.
I like that Samuel L. Jackson impersonation. It's
Yeah,
very
Like
that's
good.
that
really
black
good.
one looks so good. I've been practicing.
Oh, there's a house for sale.
Yes, look, I'm selling my house.
Oh, that's after I said that Samuel L. Jackson joke is when I'm going to edit in you again saying, I like the look of the black ones.
Don't do it.
I'll think
I
about it.
can't tell anyone about this podcast ever.
JB, hit me with this item.
Bap! That was me hitting you. Oh.
Or not. Very fucking cool.
We both threw it.
This is Allwood Eagle Vista. You know what I'm talking about. It's that 1,336 square foot cabin kit.
It's Alta Vista.
Right on. What's the price on this bad boy?
I don't know what I said. It's $64,650 and free shipping.
Making it easily
Free
affordable.
shipping? That's just within my
Free
budget. That's crazy.
Pang. It's not eligible for Amazon Prime, so you have to wait longer.
Well, tits. That's the whole reason I was gonna.
Well,
you know.
tits.
It usually ships within 3 to 5 weeks.
All right. Before we get on to the goofs,
Yes.
Yes.
65 grand for how many bedrooms is the sucker?
This sucker is 2 bedroom?
They
Like,
could
a
have.
two bedroom,
3 bedrooms.
2.5,
They
3 bedroom, 2.5 bath is not a bad price for
It's
a house.
not a bad price, but these walls...
They could have added. Listen. They could have added 1 square foot to it and made it really cool.
We can't talk about leaked anymore.
We're only at 2.
Well,
I
what?
say we could go as high as we want.
Oh. Yeah, so this
I mean, that's over a 1,200 square. Yeah, it's 1,336 square foot house for 65,000.
Yes.
That's not. Wow.
It's not bad.
How do I link my credit card?
How do I increase my credit card amount to $64,650?
10 to like 15 times its limit.
Yes. So it's 657 square feet downstairs, 679 square feet upstairs. How is it larger upstairs than downstairs?
Because it's got like a patio on the top.
Oh. Okay. The wall thickness is 2 3/4 inch, 70 millimeters, dual TG pattern floor, roof, ceiling, board thickness 23 out of 32 inches. The slope of the roof is 11 degrees. Everyone was curious about that. The ridge height is 16 feet 7 inches. This you can upgrade to thicker walls, which will take 140 mile per hour winds versus the 120 mile per hour winds, and it can hold snow up to a lot. Yeah, 46 pounds per square foot on the roof. I don't understand the rest of this stuff because I don't know anything about snow. So, furnishings are not included in the kit, just so you know. You gotta buy your own shit, people. So yeah, this is very interesting. I didn't know that these things existed. If you scroll down to
like
to the related things,
can-
there's so many of them.
yeah, you could buy like a bunch of like home building kits on
Really?
Amazon now. It's ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
How many?
Well, micro homes kind of fucking took off with the economy going to the shitter.
Who's buying these, man? It's
Millennials.
maybe so.
Millennials are ruining the housing market.
Like I would buy
Yeah.
this, but then the first hurricane that comes along just takes away my $65,000 house.
I mean, this would like we live in an area with a lot of hunters who own like camps and stuff like this. This would make a great fucking
Yeah,
camp.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get a couple buddies to go in on it with you,
Yes.
things pretty fucking cheap.
Welcome to the new review crew, where we just talk about how reasonable this.
we're
purchase is.
we're super supportive of the items.
So yeah, it's a very interesting thing. Any required ferry trips to islands are an additional cost. God damn it! What? Why won't any? They wrote it in all caps, so you know it's super serious.
The goddamn it is in there.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it could be.
JB, that's bad. JB, that's bad journalism.
Sorry, I put it in parentheses so you knew, but
Okay.
you just didn't see it.
Yeah, you're
This
right.
thing has like 4 reviews. Hit me with the good one.
The good one.
5 customers.
My favorite one.
There's a few. I like Mo Money. Put in the backyard to supplement income. This is awesome house is able to pay for itself plus current mortgage. Dollar sign. I have 3 females that I let stay rent free. It's a win-win. They have a lot of guests over. House holding up great. Recommended to get the same motto.
It
So,
might be the grossest thing when people refer to women as females.
Females.
Females. I got some females over in this fucking pop-up house.
So let me make you feel better about it. This boy's an Avenger, okay? He is an Avenger, and he is.
Yeah, but which one is he, JB?
He's Avenger 21462.
Yeah, he's not even in top 100. He's not even in top 1,000.
He's not in
right?
top 20,000.
Get the fuck out of here with
There's
that
so
shit.
many goddamn Avengers now. I love how he's like, I need to make more money, but I let 3 females stay in it for rent free.
Right.
Females.
Howard, explain to me how you're making a money, Avenger. Explain.
Can I read the one from Quail GT?
Hold on. Yeah, sure.
5 stars, best house ever. I was tired of my dog living in our house, so I made my son build this house with some of his friends. Yes.
He made his son.
No. You want me to read it with all the typos? Let's party. I was tired of my dog living in your house, so I made my son build this house with some of his friends. It took them 6 months to do it, but it was so worth it. Our dag. That was
Our
me.
dad.
That's your Brad Pitt from Snatch impersonation.
That was me. That was not the review. Our dag now can have all of his friends over, and they don't bring dirt into my house anymore. A must-buy for anyone who has a dog. A dag. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm so tired of this guy's dog living in my house.
This guy's dag living in my house is really frustrating.
I like their comment on this. Is what a genius you are.
What a genius you are.
You're such a fucking genius.
I have 5 dogs and wonder if each one needs their own house.
We're going to closer already?
Well, there's like 5. We read
there's
3.
not many. Hold on. I got lost in the comments.
Is it Derek or Rhett?
It's Rhett.
Okay, we got to do Derek before that.
Yeah, do Derek.
Yeah. 5 star, Derek Stanley. Outstanding.
Yeah.
My wife surprised me with this for Father's Day. At first, I didn't know what to say. Then I spent the next month building it in our backyard. This is so much nicer than I imagined. So nice that I now live full-time in our backyard in this house. I occasionally have my wife and kids over to hang out. Recently proposed to another girl, and she is going to move into this house. It's very awkward when I have the wife and kids over with my new fiancé. Hopefully it becomes less awkward. After all, we're still in the backyard of my other house. I would recommend this to anyone looking to live 2 separate lives on a budget.
Living 2 separate lives on a budget.
693 people found this helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
So double that for each life. That's a number.
That's a number, alright.
Double that.
I'd say it's almost twice as much.
What if they voted
As-
once
at
for
least.
each of their lives? Then it's half of that.
JB's getting into
yeah.
politics again.
Math. Rhett, 5 stars, biggest mistake turned into greatest mistake. Man, that one-click buy button is dangerous. My 11-year-old daughter wanted a dollhouse. and I told her to search Amazon for what she wanted. Next thing I know, a quick slide of the finger and you don't realize what you did. Until it shows up in
She dreams big.
and you realize you made the greatest decision of your life. By putting on a mileage credit card, I have accrued enough miles to take my family to Wichita, Kansas, our favorite vacation spot, 83 times. The credit card payments are a bit daunting at first, so let's just say my daughter has the greatest dollhouse on the block. I've had to cash in my 401k and downgrade to a 2004 Honda Acura, but the smile on my daughter's face pays for it 100 times over. Thank you, Lord Amazon, once again.
Listen,
I think the
I'll
worst
let
part
you.
was having to fill that dollhouse with real dolls. It was like $5,000 sex dolls.
Oh, God.
Listen to me.
Listen.
I'll let you.
Yes.
I'll let you post some goofs on Amazon. I'll let you
Yes.
paint a silly tapestry for everyone to laugh at. What I won't let you do is shit on 2004 Honda Acuras.
Yes.
Those motherfuckers are reliable.
2004 Honda Acura got me through college.
That's why he got one.
You ever seen one dead in the wild? No, that's because they're invincible.
Yes.
All right, JB.
They
I don't
feast
think you.
on 99
JB, I don't
Civics.
think you fucking understand me.
I'm a Toyota man. Fuck your shit.
Here we see a 2004 Acura in its natural habitat in the wild.
Just kicking the shit out of a Toyota because it's better.
Look at it as it dismantles the Supra for sustenance.
And that's
It
the sound
leaves
it
the softer hoses and underbelly for its younglings. Gross.
Yeah. I do
Is
fully
that you
work.
masturbating?
No. Yeah. That's exactly what it sounds like. All right. My next item up for bid is the Ostrich Pillow Original Travel Pillow for airplane, flying, travel accessories for head support, power nap on flight and desk, Sleepy Blue.
Is
All right,
this
now we're
what
talking
it-
about some good goofy shit.
Is this exactly what it looks like? Yes, it is.
It's a
Looking at
big
the other
danger
pictures.
pad for your face, so you can
It's
run
a-
into anything you want.
Thank.
It's a pocket puss for your head.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Bowen. I was constantly running into walls and pretty much everything around me that my head could get near. And thanks to the Ostrich Pillow Original Travel Pillow for airplane flying, travel accessories for head support, power nap on flight and desk, Sleepy Blue, I can finally just be me.
Just be you.
Just be me in this.
You
and
can
then
also
and then
get
do
this in Midnight Gray, just in case.
JB, I don't even want to fucking think about the Midnight Gray because the Ostrich Pillow Original Travel Pillow for airplane flying, travel accessories for head support, power nap on flight and desk, Sleepy Blue is what I want.
Do you guys want to take a fun trip with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's what I thought of when I first saw this. Go ahead and Google image search BioShock Infinite listeners.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean. Hold on, I'm typing.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
Infinite.
It's a game for our
Listeners.
listeners at home to play along with.
I don't know why I had to Google that. I've played through that game.
I know.
Oh, yeah, it does look like. I DuckDuckGo'd it, and I got the joke, so.
I like how this thing also comes with like a neck strangler and some other like, what is that? A womb holder?
Where are you
The fuck is
seeing
that?
this stuff?
Where are
people
you
who
seeing
bought this
these
also
bonuses?
bought
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah, I
cat
don't know
bed
what's
and a
up
dog
with
bed.
Well, there's like other ones. Like it just like wraps around your face.
I want to buy all three and wear them all at the same time. I don't know
You're gonna be
what's
so
fucking
comfortable.
If you look at this picture, listen.
yes,
to me.
yes.
If you look at this picture, it's people with a giant fucking ski mask on their face with no aisles, and then two big goofy ears on the side. I want to look like this all the time.
I want to use.
That's
I
for
want to
putting
buy
your
this.
hands in for a heads down nap in class.
Yes, I want to buy this and use it as a balaclava as I rob a bank
Put the money in the fucking bag
before I take a nap.
wherever you are.
This thing is super comfortable.
If you weren't convinced already, you can hardly tell that this thing is on your head. It's super
Just
discreet.
fucking passes out in front of the teller with the gun.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Put the money in the bag.
Put the money in the bag.
The
It's
sleepy,
warm in here, huh?
the sleepy bandit has struck again in Wichita, Kansas. This is the 48th time.
I like how we fit rich like kids.
The cops run in to stop the robbery, trip over the bank robbers sleeping on the ground, and shoot themselves in the head.
I mean,
And
he's fine.
the bang wakes him up, so he leaves.
He's got this padded pillow protector crown.
Scroll down to those product description pictures with me, boys.
Yeah.
These are all very good pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My favorite,
really
I think,
good.
though, is the one with the person casually standing up, one hand in pocket,
A
like
month
it's some sort of
holiday.
fashion
Yes.
statement.
That's what I'm saying. I want to look like this all the time.
Also,
And then the other lady with one passionately cradling
Yes.
it in her lap as
She's
if it's her lover.
rubbing it into her erogenous zones.
Yeah, her stomach.
It's that's where it's at, right? It's 100.
That's right.
It's 100%.
That's where I put the penis. You're right.
It's 100% authentic, made by Ostrich Pillow. It's spot clean,
Made by ostriches.
lovingly.
They take a long time, so you better appreciate it.
Was this like
I
a
appreciate
callback to like ostriches sticking their heads in the ground? Because I thought that's not
Yes.
true. I thought that was
Well,
true.
JB,
It is if you watch certain cartoons
Oh.
from the 90s.
all right. This
Well,
is
well,
this
So
is-
Alice
this
says
is-
Alice gives it 5 stars. Says, "Okay, am I the only one who likes this? Okay,
Yes.
okay, am I the only one who likes this thing in my house? You want to nap someplace strange? This is your item."
That's my
Okay.
kink, Alice. How'd you know?
Yeah. How'd you know? Tremuloon.
I can only sleep in restless situations.
Yes. In Seattle. Tremuloon gives it 3 stars. It's weird and fun, but probably won't help you sleep. It's like a beanbag wrapped around your head. Kind of nice in a few scenarios, I guess. It's unclear how good it would be on a plane. I still don't understand why there are holes in the side. Why would I want to put my hands in there?
Why?
I'm disappointed she didn't list the few scenarios.
That's where you put your snacks, Tremuloon. God.
That's where you put your sacks.
Yeah, it's where you put your tasty looking significant others.
God. Alice Boss gives it 1 star. Disappointed. Had some much planned.
Has some much planned.
Had so much planned. After reading all the reviews, we had to try this out. It lived up to the belly laughs initially. It was like a door.
That's a belly laugh.
Yeah, okay. I don't... Belly. It was like a doorknob everyone in the house had to turn, but it did not stand up to travel riggers. On its maiden trip, it developed a hole in the mouth area and started to leak little balls from the seams almost immediately. Sending it
That's
back.
a feature, not a bug.
Sending it back. It is soft and comfortable, but the wearer ended up with little pearls all over the face and neck area.
Yeah, man.
The pearls covered my necklace.
That's
I
my
ended up with a pearl necklace.
that's my Friday night, anyways.
Sometimes I forget why I pick these because I pick them out on like Thursday, and when we record on Sunday, I'm like, wait, why isn't this funny? And then I get to the funny part.
Yeah.
Okay, hit you boys with our old pal Amazon customer.
Yes.
3 stars, kind of great. Came with a hole and the beans were spilling out. Otherwise, great.
Otherwise, great.
Ferdinand.
Otherwise, except for this debilitating defect.
It's great. Ferdinand Thumble gives it 3 stars. Says, I loved it for 3 days until it started leaking tiny styrofoam beads all over my bed. I'm very disappointed. I did give it 3 stars instead of just 1 because it's a great idea. I hope you improve the product. You just made love to it for 3 days.
Can I read a very disappointed 2 stars from Daryl Bryan?
You did.
Daryl Brain.
Yes.
All hail Daryl Brain.
All hail Daryl Brain.
He says, low quality for the price.
Oh, Daryl.
The product arrived on time and as advertised. Given the price, however, I was disappointed to note the product seemed ripped after being put on and off only a few times. Repairs required within hours of unpacking. Oh, Daryl Brain.
Repairs required.
It seems like most of the reviews were like a race to see who could get their pillow to ejaculate beat the quickest.
Yeah.
Some it's 3 days, some it's a couple hours.
This ostrich pillow is ripped, boys. You just can't.
It's super horny.
Yeah.
Corny as they can get.
We didn't talk about the price of this thing, and I feel like that needs to be discussed because this thing is $100.
Holy shit!
Wow. That okay.
I mean, I snuck $1 in on you, but it's $99.
Be honest with me.
Yes.
This looks like $100 pillow. This looks like $100 product that no one buys.
The Alpha Sky Mall. Yeah.
Yeah. See?
I mean, I could trade in my analog Game Boy thing and buy 2 of these.
No, you. Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah. So who's the real winner here?
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
You got me. The real winner is Jenny Kim, 5 stars, looking like Admiral Akbar has never been this comfortable. Thank you, Jenny. That was a good one. I like you.
It's attractively a good price. I don't know. I'll cut that out. That was bad.
You kept JB's soundboard bullshit in there. You have to take that one.
What? You didn't like my soundboard stuff? This is news.
I love your soundboard stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I thought I hurt you wrong. I love you too.
I love you boys.
Yeah.
I love you boys and all of your terrible traits.
What? I thought it was good stuff.
All right, moving on. What's the next one?
Laura, 5 stars. I am not an ostrich. Okay.
Terrible Traits is the name of my country album.
That's exactly what an ostrich would say.
Yeah. Yeah, Laura, you're not fooling us. Cut the bullshit.
Her mustache falls off. I knew it. She's an ostrich.
Turns into an ostrich. Of course, when I first saw this product, I thought it was a joke. Why would a normal person think this is an item that could possibly be anything but stupid? After using it, I realized it was totally worth the $99 because it had so many functions. 1, where it is as indicated.
Number 2, fleshlight.
With an asterisk on it, where, when you're walking around the house at night with all the lights off in case you run into something, your head will be protected. 3, where anytime you're watching the news, so that if the stupidity drives you mad and you decide to slam your head on the table, you can avoid serious injury. 4, when you're driving in the car and your kids will not stop fighting about the other person staring at them, put this over the head of the person staring so that they can no longer irritate their sibling. Or you can put one on each child's head before you start driving so that no one can see or hear anyone else.
So
it's like putting blinders on your horses.
She just black bags her kids.
This is guerrilla warfare.
Yes.
Is what she's describing with number 3.
Yes. Yeah.
Explain.
Number 3? Okay. It doesn't need an explanation. If you don't get it, you're just dumb.
I am.
Number 5, my most favorite used of all. When you have to pick your nose, but you're in public place, slip this over your head before digging out the chunk of gold. No one will know it's you, and you have a ton of fabric on which to rub your finger clean of crusty boogers.
This pillow where only your nose is exposed.
Why? Like, once you put that on, everyone is just like, what the fuck is Laura doing? Why is she digging in her
Laura's having an episode again.
Laura.
Just
because I hope it's the one with the soup Nazi.
Laura, just because you can't see people doesn't mean that people can't see you. I hate to break it to you.
Out of all the
that's how I snuck into Fort Knox. Closed my eyes and walked right in.
If you can't see them, they can't see you.
Yeah.
T-Rexes run Fort Knox was my joke.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay. Let's retcon that.
I feel like this thing would be an amazing, fleshlight for somebody with, a magnum dog about as thick as the size of a neck.
Or, and hear me out on this proposition.
Yes.
If 3 very good friends had magnum dogs and wanted to hang out in a very intimate way.
Oh, you talk about tit mashing.
I think it would make a great pair of underwear. If you could get it on.
It would make a great... Hold on, this would make a really great pair of underwear.
Right?
Yeah.
Now wait, does the front go and does the hole go in the front for peasies or on the back?
Do whatever you want, baby. Whatever you do the most often.
No matter what, you'd look like a raw turkey, and I love it.
And you have to walk like a crab because the holes are 90 degrees on each side.
You ever seen that fucking Mr. Bean where he gets the turkey stuck on his head? This is what this reminds me of.
Classic. Do they have a skin-colored one?
I think they did it in our Friends as well. But yeah. Mr. Bean created it, so fuck off, Friends. Pivot that shit, piece of shit.
Alright, bye, Jamie. Yeah. Fuck.
You got any more? Or is it my time to close it? Okay, good. Good discussion. Connor gives it 5 stars. Says,
wait, I've got one.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh. Connor gives it 5 stars. Says, must.
Or am I?
Oh. Connor gives it 5 stars. Says, must have for frequent flyers to avoid ever having those flight conversations. Trust me, no one will ever bother you again. Love, the pillow. I wore it to the local park even, and wound up in jail 5 hours later. Someone called the cops.
I was gonna say.
What?
I was gonna say no one will ever bother you again. They'll just call the fucking police on you.
Someone called the cops on me because he or she thought that I had huffed a bunch of spray paints and shoved my head to a Thanksgiving turkey's butt, then passed out on the park bench. This wasn't that big a deal, but the fact that I had slept so hard from this insanely comfortable device on a group of homeless people had stolen my pants and underwear. When I came to, my hands were stuck in the pillow like a Chinese finger trap.
Yeah.
Running around naked from the waist down, screaming for help as I thought I was being chased by the homeless people that stole my pants. Unfortunately, it was the police. I had managed to blindly escape them and smash through the display of glass of a Little Caesar's pizza.
So, this dude's just running around, elbows out, Winnie the Poohing it, and smashes through the glass.
It was in that moment I was a $5 hot and ready.
What's up, everybody? It's me again. Just wanted to humbly ask you, if you're enjoying the show, be sure to tell your friends about us so we can continue to grow. And make sure to follow us on Twitter at Here's Something One for any podcast-related updates we have coming out. To see us be idiots while playing video games, make sure to follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/JeedmanJones and on Twitter at JeedmanJones. But from our Twitch page, you can find a link to our Discord and just be inundated with our stupidity 24/7. Well, thanks for listening. We'll see you again next week.
Okay, I hit the record button on my VCR.
Are you done?
Yes.